the work rate coming out of the public sector, it seems to me, has dropped massively. And it's something that I'm hearing from a lot of constituents. Now, this is not an attack on public service workers. Or at least, if it is, it's not an attack on low-level public service workers. Because if you're going to change work practices, and we have, just as if you're going to change how people interact socially, how people dine, how people drink, you're going to have to plan for it, and that's what this bill is about. But if you're going to change how people work, with people working from home, etc., you're going to have to change how it's managed, how it's facilitated. People working from home requires systems to be put in place, requires management, and that's not happening. My personal experience of it is it's very difficult to get through to government departments, to get through to county councils, to get through to facets of the public service. And it's one that I'm repeatedly hearing from my constituents. Now, that's not the fault of public service workers and those who work in the councils, etc. It's the systems do not seem to be being put in place to facilitate that, to ensure that the work gets done, albeit that people are not working from hubs, that systems are put in place, that maybe it's about computer systems, it's about telephone systems, but it's fundamentally about management systems and managing this change. It's been a huge change. I accept it's probably been one of the biggest change in work practices for decades, and a welcome change, but one that needs to be managed, and it's not being managed. And if the fault lies anywhere, it's at senior management levels in the public sector. And senior managers, like politicians, are paid enough to do a much better job in this regard.